Hello, everybody. Today we're focusing on audience and tone in rhetoric. We'll explore how understanding these concepts helps us analyze texts more deeply and also makes us stronger writers. When we talk about audience, we mean the specific group of people a writer or speaker is addressing. Audience shapes everything: the tone, the style, even the kinds of appeals an author uses. If a speaker misunderstands their audience, the message can fall flat or even backfire. When analyzing audience, here are some guiding questions. Who is the intended audience? What do they value or believe? What do they already know about the subject? How does their context, things like time, place, culture, shape the way they interpret the message? These questions help us move beyond just what is being said to why it's being said that way. Not all audiences are the same. Sometimes a speaker has a primary audience, the group they're directly targeting, but there may be a secondary audience, people who overhear or engage with the message in another way. And audiences can be friendly, neutral, or even hostile. A writer's tone and strategies have to shift depending on which type of audience they expect. So, how do we figure out who the audience is? Look closely at diction, the word choice, and tone. Think about cultural or historical references the author uses. Ask what values or assumptions are being appealed to, and pay attention to language shifts. When an author changes tone or style, they may be pivoting to address a different segment of their audience. Tone is the author's attitude toward the subject, the audience, or even a character. Tone shows how the author feels, and it comes through in the way the message is expressed. Take these two examples. The sun is shining brightly. Let's go out and play. The tone here is cheerful, playful. But if I say, you better come in on time or else, that creates an angry or threatening tone. Notice how just a few words change the entire effect on the audience. Tone is the author's attitude, but mood is about how the audience feels when they experience the text or speech. Tone comes from the author, mood is felt by the reader or listener. For example, Charles Dickens describes a sparkling river creating a calm, peaceful mood. Poe, on the other hand, writes about possession and fury, which creates a chaotic, unsettling mood. We can often identify tone and mood through descriptive words. Tone words might include serious, sarcastic, or joyful. Take a moment to look at these. And it would behoove you that if you see any you don't know, to write them down. Mood words might include eerie, calm, or suspenseful. Being able to label these helps us analyze texts with more precision. Again, if you see any words on this list that you don't know, write them down. Here's where it all comes together. Audience influences tone. If I'm addressing my peers, I might sound casual and joking, but if I'm addressing lawmakers, I need to sound formal and serious. Authors often shift tone as they move through a piece, especially if they are trying to speak to multiple parts of their audience. Noticing those shifts is a key part of rhetorical analysis. And that's the end of this very short lecture. Thank you. I hope that it helped. And I will see you all in class. Have a good one.